A very warm welcome to you, ladies and gents, and welcome back to the Q8 Pilot channel with another stream. And today we are going to be taking a look at the MK Studios EFHK, or what do you call it? Right, let me go to Navigraph charts here. So we're flying today to Vantaa in Finland, Helsinki, Finland. And version 2 has been released by my good friends over at MK Studios. So we're going to be taking a look at the airport upon arrival. Our flight today is going to be from Arlanda in Stockholm, Sweden. We're going to be cruising at 29,000 feet, and we're going to be flying the beautiful Fenix aircraft, the A320. I have received a link from Fearless Leopard for the 747 cargo variant of the Fearless 747, an excellent 747 classic. Unfortunately, the link doesn't work, so I am in touch with Fearless now to get that sorted, and hopefully we'll be able to stream it on Saturday and take a look at the beautiful classic 747. But first, before we delve into the specifics of this flight today, let me welcome Flyby, Stan, Dougal, Dominique, Marier, and Rand Coley. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you guys here with me this evening. I understand that you guys don't like me to fly Microsoft Flight Sim. That is completely understood, and most of you guys prefer my X-Plane streams, but a little bit of variety does not hurt every now and then. And I have to say that Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 is definitely improving, and I can't wait for Sim Update 4 to release and take a look at this sim then. Those aircraft are definitely taxiing very, very fast. All right, so we are going to hop into the cockpit. Again, very, very nice cockpit. The Fenix A320, one of the best Airbus implementations for flight sim. Let me go to FS Realistic real quick, and we're going to kill the wind thing so that the aircraft doesn't jump around. There we go. And with that, we can now start the aircraft. We're going to go to the central pedestal area here. We're going to make sure that the parking brake is set and that the engine start switches are both in the off position and the ignition switch is in normal mode. We're going to move to the overhead here. We're going to make sure both wipers are in the off position. And we are going to move here and make sure we have more than 25 volts of battery on battery 1 and battery 2. Here we go, battery 1, battery 2, and external power. Lovely sounds in the Fenix. And with that, we can go now to the electronic flight bag and set up our flight. V Skycheck, a very good evening to you, my friend. I don't have 24, but enjoy the stream set. Thank you very much, Rand. Appreciate it, my friend. All right, so we are going. Dougal, I'm sorry, I forgot to I forgot to do what you asked me to do. I'm really sorry, but I promise you I will do it. Okay, so we're gonna go to Phoenix. We're gonna click here to import from SimBrief, and we're just gonna wait for the flight to fetch from SimBrief. I'm having a little bit of internet connections issues today, but hopefully nothing too serious, and hopefully it won't get into the way of our stream today. Let's go to mass and balance. We're going to load the aircraft. We're going to choose instant, and that will automatically load up the aircraft. We'll leave it here on this particular view so that we can grab our zero fuel weight and the center of gravity for the Mach 2 setup. All right, perfect. All is good here. We are going to now do the flows here. So let me come up here and cruise supply, oxygen, ground control is on. And then we're going to go to nav 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. And next we're going to move down here. We're going to set the strobes to auto and the nav lights on 1, arm the emergency lights. Non-smoking and fasten seatbelt signs are both on. We're going to turn on the fuel pumps since we have already refueled the aircraft. And we're going to test engine fire 1, APU test, And engine 2 fire test. Brilliant. Everything works exactly as it should. We're going to take a quick look here at the engineer area here and make sure there are no white lights, which everything looks good to me. Perfect. Coming down here, everything here looks good. Perfect. We are going to test the oxygen. All right, both oxygen masks are operational. And we're going to click here once, set our altimeter. All right, so now we can start setting up the MK for the flight. And for that, we're going to come down here. I really like the texturing on this aircraft. Superb texturing on the Fenix aircraft. All right, so we are going to go to FMGC, again, diff strip. So we're going to check the engine, the CFM56, and we have the active nav database as well. Next, we're going to go to init alpha, and we're going to request init here, and it should grab the information from our SimBrief plan. We are going to need a Navigraph chart. So this actually, in the Fenix, it does not do what the Tolus does. It doesn't really populate everything. So it will populate the alternate, as you can see here, but it doesn't populate the rest of the information. So that information we have to enter ourselves. So the flight number today is Fin 7054. So Fin 7054. And we entered that there. The cost index for the flight is 5. And the cruise altitude, as you can see here, is 29,000 feet. There we go. And next we're going to go to the flight plan. We're going to select the departure today is 01 left through the Tover 5 Charlie. That's the one there, Tover 5 Charlie. Brilliant. And we're going to insert. Then we're going to select our destination, which is Helsinki. And we are going to enter the arrival, which is runway 33 VOR, and we have an RNAV. So we're going to select the RNAV 33. So that's the RNAV approach, and it's going to be through the LACO 8 Whiskey arrival. LACO 8 Whiskey, that's the one. Excellent. No transition. We're going to insert that. And it's an RNAV approach, so again, good change there for us to test how it works on the Fenix. All right, so it looks like there is a manual. Whenever you see manual like that in the manual, it means that this is not specifically a discontinuity, but at this point here, you would expect ATC to vector you in. So we're just going to leave that for now. And we are going to go to this one here. Maybe we're going to go to the fix information, and we're going to type in EFHK, and then the arrival runway, which is 33. We're going to insert that. We're going to add 10 nautical mile radius there for situational awareness. Next page. Again, EFHK, and we are going runway 33. And we're going to insert that and add a 20 nautical mile ring. Perfect. Next, we are going to go to progress page, and we're going to enter the arrival, EFHK 33. That will give us the total distance to our, once the, looks like the accuracy is still low, so that will correct itself a little later. All right, we can go now to the secondary flight plan. We're going to copy the active. We're going to go to init Bravo to set up the weight and balance. So let me go to init Bravo here. And there we have the zero fuel weight and the zero fuel center of gravity. So the zero fuel weight is 57.4. So 57.4. And the center of gravity is 29.7. So that's 29.7. Excellent. And then the block fuel today for the flight is 4.4. So that's 4.4. Short flight today to Helsinki. That's 4.4, and that is now set. We'll see the numbers here calculating in just a little bit. Mr. Mohan from Sacramento, California, welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us this evening. And Har Experience, welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us. All right, so we have everything here set, and now we can go to perf. And for perf, we're going to come here and we're going to go to the performance. So we're going to click here. We are departing runway 01 left. We're going to sync the load sheet, resync the live weather there, and now we can calculate. So we have 147, 147, 147. Really? Ooh. Okay. So we have 147 for everything. So that's a bit odd, but that's what it says. So that's what I'm going to put in there. So 147 and 147. We are doing flaps 1 down 0, flaps 1 and down 0. I don't know that if that's correct. Down 0.0. Okay, so, and the flex temperature today is 68. So that is done and dusted. Okay, perfect. We've got everything here. Flight plan. We're going to go to the FMGC and set this to perf. And now we can start the APU. All right, so master switch is on. We'll wait for the APU door to open. Okay, looks like the APU door is open. So we're going to go ahead and click there. And we're now setting up the APU. In the meantime, we can come over here. We're going to put this on constraint. And we're going to set the altitude to 29,000 feet, which is our final cruise altitude for the flight today. So, guys, today we are going to be having a relaxed flight into Finland, Helsinki, Finland, and we're going to be taking a look at MK Studios rendition of the airport, Helsinki EFHK version 2. And I'll tell you right now, it looks amazing. They've done a really, really good job. So there we go. Here, let's take a quick look, make sure everything is good here. We're going to start this clock, and we're going to look over here and make sure everything's good here. Okay, so all is good. Let's take a quick look here at the radios, make sure everything is operational, and everything is indeed in perfect condition. Okay. We're waiting for the alignment, 2 minutes for the alignment, and we have now the APU bleed is available. External power can go off. Excellent. And let's see. Okay, so all is good here, and we are ready to go. So we're just waiting for the alignment, and we can now come over to the electronic flight bag, and we can disconnect the ground elements. So we're going to go to ground services. We can disconnect the GPU and the chocks and cones, and we are pretty much good to go. All right, we're going to turn on our beacon light, and we are going to wait.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brake set.
Okay. Perfect. All right, and we have alignment just in time here.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Okay, we are ready for pushback. Perfect. Very nice livery of the Finnair aircraft. This is again a real-world route from Arlanda to Helsinki. The clouds are looking fantastic. All right. We are going to go here to the map. We want runway 01 left. So let me remove that. We are gonna, I think that Simlink isn't running. Okay, so we want Simlink. So Simlink, Navigraph Simlink.
Locking gear.
We'll wait for it. I think now it's operational. So we'll click here and we'll be able to take a look at our, so that's us right there. This is 01 left. So we're going to push nose to the right, tail to the left. Perfect. We're locking the gear now. And everything is in perfect condition for engine start. Stefanos, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us this evening. Mr. Howard, welcome aboard. Cannot get into the sim tonight, so here I'm joining you. Well, welcome aboard. I'm sorry that you can't join the sim, but we're glad to have you here with us. And welcome. Right, let's see what's going on here in the back, the outside. All right, so they're still connecting, the aircraft's lifting. Okay, perfect. Busy day, looks like here at Arlanda. And we are going to turn the terrain radar on the first officer's side. Weather is going to be on this side. Let's remove this here. And this goes to auto. This goes to auto. And this goes to auto. And that we'll put on weather. There we go. So we have the weather here. All right. I'm not sure what's the deal with these guys. They haven't asked me to... let me see here. Let's see. Fuel truck, nothing about the... Alright, let me remove... Continue pushback. Alright. Do you want ice treatment? Nah.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brake set.
Okay.
Release parking brakes.
Right, the parking brake is already released.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push.
All right, so we're going to stand by for engine start due to icing conditions. The skies are pretty busy here at Arlanda, as you can see. You can see a lot of aircraft both in the skies and on the ground. So it looks like we picked a busy day to fly. All right, everything here is set. Perfect. And we're just going to wait now for confirmation from GSX before we start our engines. Mr. Martini is in the house. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us here. Hello, Mr. Shevdar. Welcome. Glad to have you with us this evening. I think this is the first time I spot you with us, so welcome aboard. All right, so we're pushing back here, and we should be able to start our engines in just a little bit. Again, if you guys are interested in the scenery, you can type !scenery to get the links, or the information. !aircraft gives you the aircraft and the link to it. And for the route, !route will provide you with the route that we're flying today. And if you are interested in joining the QA Pilot Discord, just type in !Discord, and you should be able to get the invite code to join the growing community over at Discord. Manflex, welcome aboard. Are you on VATSIM? No, sir, I'm not. So I think the de-icing is included in GSX, so now we can start our engines. So we're going to go ignition start, and we're going to actually just come here and say that the confirm stop and complete pushback procedures, engine's not started. Okay, so it wants to start the, okay, fine. So let's go ahead and start engine number 2, and once we have one of the engines started, we can dismiss GSX. Really, really nice looking aircraft. And it's starting, MSFS is really starting to look really, really good. And a lot of the issues in Sim Update 3 have been resolved, especially those that were kind of, you know, the really bad ones with the release, I think, have been ironed out. And the Sim is in a very stable condition now. All right, so we have the engine starting.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
All right, so we're going to disconnect the GSX there. And once, all right, we have a good start on the first, on engine number 2. Let's start engine number 1. Perfect. Have some stuttering. You have some stuttering, or I'm not experiencing any stuttering at all. Here, are you guys experiencing stuttering on the sim? Or is it the stream? All right, perfect.
Truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Now that I have a decent GPU, I have to buy MSFS 2024. All right, so you guys are not having any issues. Perfect. We have the stable engine number 1 now, so we have both engines running exactly as they should. We're going to set the auto brake to maximum, arm the speed brakes, and we're going to go flaps 1. And let's take a look at that. And you can hear the passenger announcements as well. Very, very nice texturing on this aircraft. Really, really nice. Yeah, look at that. Look at the details on the wing. Looks fantastic. All right. Parking brake is released. And let's see. Engine, we're nose light to taxi. And off we go. Very, very nice wing view, and I love the details on the Fenix aircraft. They look just amazing. The details are astonishing on this model. All right, here we go. Let's make our turn here. Look at that Ryanair. How fast that guy is going is it's just really crazy. Wow, is he just going across all the way like that? Wow. All right, perfect. So we can, if we look at so we're going on to taxiway Zulu, and then we can switch to taxiway Yankee. And actually we can do taxiway Yankee now. And yeah, so this is Zulu, and we'll take taxiway Yankee. Cabin is ready now. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Wow, that guy is really taking off there. Right, here is taxiway Yankee. And we'll continue on Yankee until the hold short for runway 01 left. Right, takeoff config is done, and we notify cabin crew seats for departure. Right, we can turn off the APU bleed, APU master, the engine mode selector as well. And we are looking good. Very nice. Again, I'm using FSLTL today for the AI traffic. And I have found that with the most recent update of FSLTL or FS... God, I forgot what it's called. Yeah, FSLTL or FSLTL, something like that. FSLTL, I think, is what it's called. I noticed that the performance is much, much better. And it is actually better on Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, generally speaking. But I've noticed that with the most recent update, I think they've optimized it even further. So it works really, really well. I haven't flown TOLOS in over a year, but in my opinion, it's just as good. Yes, the TOLOS is very good. But I will tell you this, guys. The one thing I really like about the Fenix aircraft more than the TOLOS is the texturing. The texturing is simply superb on the Fenix aircraft. Probably the best texturing I've seen. And I like the FS Labs as well. I think it's a very, very well-developed aircraft. So when it comes to Airbus, I think we're really spoiled for choice. We have so many Airbuses today. Almost all variants from the A318 up to the A380 when it comes to Airbuses. This is 01 left, ladies and gents. We are going to set this to the transponder to TARA, and we're going to turn runway turn-off lights on, landing lights on, and the nose light to takeoff strobes are on, and we are good to go. Here's the runway. It looks like we are cleared. On the left, on the right, there are no incoming aircrafts. Look at the lights. Wow. They've really, really taken their time to develop this aircraft with the highest fidelity possible. All right, here we go. All right, let's line up. And that's 01 left. We are cleared for takeoff. All right. 50%. Engines are stable. Man flex, 68 SRS and runway. 147 is our rotation speed. It's also V2, V1, V2, and V rotate, or all 147 today. V1 rotate. And positive rate of climb. Gear is going up. What a beautiful departure here out of Arlanda. Oh, look at that aircraft behind us. And here's a nice wing view there for your viewing pleasure. Very nice indeed. All right, let's take a look here. All right, climb thrust is set. Autopilot 1 engaged. We'll set the range to 40 nautical miles. Right, and speed check, flaps up. Very nice indeed. Why is it not going to? There we go. Very, very nice departure here from Sweden, heading to Finland. Very nice texturing as well here as we depart. Beautiful wing view here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened whilst the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated.
That is a really spectacular departure. The clouds are looking lovely this evening. All right, looks like some pockets of bad weather there. Well, looks like a lot more than pockets. All right, let's set the baro to standard. Right, standard baro set. And we continue now our climb to 29,000 feet. Looks like, oof, look at that. We have some red areas there ahead, which is pretty dangerous. Yeah, let's see what happens. I'm just really curious to see what happens as we go through this turbulent area. Now, in real life, you should avoid those, excuse me, those red areas at all costs. And normally the captain would request ATC to give him either a different altitude or give him a different route altogether, so to avoid the this area of bad weather that you see here. I'm curious to see what happens as we go through this area here in Microsoft Flight Sim. I'm not brave enough to do it in X-Plane because I know that in X-Plane icing conditions and the weather effects on the aircraft will definitely cause some serious problems. I am not sure if this is simulated in Microsoft Flight Sim, but we're going to test this out today. Side stick fault. Forget that. Okay. So 10,000. Let's turn off the lights. And we're going to also release the passengers. And we're definitely going through this bad weather here. Right, we're going to disarm the spoilers as well. And let's see what happens. Red is just cloud and precipitation in 2024, I'm sure. Oh, is it? Okay, so it doesn't really affect the aircraft in any way. QA, are you not using ATC? No, I am not. And welcome. Glad to have you with us this evening. Alright, so we're climbing to 12,000. And let's take a look at the outside. Now, here's one of the things I do not like in MSFS. We are going through some thick layer of cloud, but the aircraft looks very clear, so it doesn't seem like it is going through clouds. That's something very well done in X-Plane. But here, yeah, you can see the aircraft just exactly as it is. So, no simulation of the aircraft being covered or flying through the clouds. Although the cloud smoothing is very well done in MSFS, it lacks a little bit from the exterior view. But not a big deal. Again, most of the time you're not able to see the aircraft from the outside. Well, all of the time when you're flying, unless you have a camera mounted on the outside. So, hi, how did you manage to get MSFS 2024 working? For most of the gamers, it is not possible to load the game for more than 10 hours now. Really? We only get 0% waiting for authentication, and that's it. Wow, look at those clouds, guys. I haven't had this issue at all. I'm not sure why are you having issues with Microsoft Flight Sim, but maybe it's something local, or like something to do with your machine setup or your Microsoft account, because I haven't had any issues. I've had those issues at the release of Microsoft Flight Sim, but none recently. Not in the last maybe 6 months. I haven't had any issues with logging in or anything like that, so not sure. I've not heard that before. I often fly more than that. Yeah. I'm going to check it now. I flew last night. Yeah, look at those clouds though. Wow. Pretty heavy clouds there. This is a really nice view there of the aircraft as we go. Again, you can notice here the cloud smoothing as we go through the clouds is very, very well done. Extremely immersive in Microsoft Flight Sim. Looks really, really good. There are thousands of players with this era. Really? Wow. I really am not sure why are you having this this issue. But it might be a good idea to check the Microsoft Flight Sim support on Twitter, or X now. Normally they do have an update there if there is an issue that is maybe some Microsoft servers are down. Maybe Yeah, maybe. But in order to be sure, there is a support Microsoft Flight, or sorry, not Microsoft, Xbox support. Go to Xbox support on X, or formerly Twitter. Normally, they are very good at posting whether there's an issue. There was a server issue yesterday. Ah, I see. Gotcha. That's probably why you know, a lot of people were having issues, but no updates so far. I see. Well, maybe the issue is still being worked on. I honestly don't know. I fired up Microsoft Flight Sim earlier yesterday. I did yesterday, just now that you mentioned this, I recall that I tried to log in, and it told me that there was a problem logging into your account. But that wasn't even, the sim hasn't even started. Just at launch, it said, you know, there is a problem. But then I realized that I haven't updated some of the Xbox identity services from the Windows Store. So make sure that you go to the Windows Store, make sure everything is updated there, and then give it another shot and see. Are you on the beta for, by any chance? Maybe that is causing the issue. Live status says it's fine. Oh, okay. Well, go to the Windows Store and say check for updates. Make sure that you update everything. More than likely, one of the Xbox services are not working right there. So I'm on SU4. Ah, okay. So that's a completely. So normally those betas are on separate servers. They're not on the same production servers, and that could explain why you're having issues and I'm not. So I had a problem a couple of weeks back. I couldn't log into Xbox app. Yeah. Just try this. Go to the Windows Store, update everything, and restart your computer, and then try to launch Microsoft Flight Sim. Hopefully that fixes your issue. We are 4,000 feet from cruise altitude. All is looking good. And yeah, I can still see some pockets of bad weather ahead of us. Hopefully not. Let's go to 80 and see. Yeah, there's definitely lots and lots of bad weather on the way. But like Dougal said, it's just clouds and precipitation, so it's not really going to affect the aircraft. I just loaded MSFS. It's fine, but I'm not in beta. I don't want to be a beta tester. Yeah, that's the reason why I didn't want to be in beta. That's one of the reasons. I, by the way, have no problem doing beta for X-Plane because normally their betas are very stable. You'll encounter issues here and there, maybe crashes, an aircraft not updated, things like that. But overall, and over the years from experience, I think X-Plane has been very, very stable when releasing betas. When it was, I think there was one update specifically that was a trouble, you know, a very troublesome update. I can't recall which one, but it was during X-Plane 11 days, not X-Plane 12. But with X-Plane 12, I think all the betas so far have been extremely stable. It doesn't look like any shake in the aircraft. Yeah, there's nothing, absolutely. So, yeah, we're just flying smoothly right now. We do have, let me just check one thing here, FS Realistic. All right. So we do have all the turbulence turned on, low alt turbulence. Oh, that's off. Let's turn that on. We don't want the applause, that's for sure. All right, airframe, airflow, we don't want. What else? Breathing, I don't want, so we'll remove that. There's definitely no clear prop, we don't want that either. The rest is there, so we have that. G-forces, gear, roll, we have all of that. Over G, you've got that. So we don't want that. Let's turn that off. Sneezing can go off as well. And we have the rest here, so that's fine. Yeah, really, I'm not sure why we don't have Well, it's not a big deal. So we'll continue here. We are now at cruise altitude, 29,000 feet, folks. And here's a nice view at the outside. Here's the wing view. Again, lots of clouds as we make our way towards Helsinki. Boeing Corp Mike is in the house, ladies and gents. Welcome aboard. Boeing Corp Mike, glad to have you here with us. One of the most loyal friends of the channel, Boeing Corp Mike. You've been with us for a very, very long time. Right, so here is a quick update for you guys on what's going on with the channel, or channels. So I have been wanting to go back to doing short form videos. I still am finding it extremely difficult to find the time, normally during the weekends. In fact, today I came back from work extremely tired and I almost canceled our stream today. But again, you know, I don't want to really miss the interaction, and I know it's been like quite some time. It's been quite some time. And my schedules have been extremely irregular. So sometimes I go on Saturday, sometimes it's Sunday, sometimes it's just all over the place. And I do apologize, guys, for not having a consistent schedule. But the thing is, sometimes, you know, I schedule the stream, but on that specific day, it becomes a really tiring day at work. With a lot of meetings, and most of the meetings are outside, so you have to go out, and so it's been very difficult at work. There are a few things also at the personal level that has probably pulled me down a little bit as well in the last week or so. So I've been feeling down for the most part. But again, when I fire up the sim and, you know, get to read all your messages here, you know, I feel, you know, I sort of recuperate. It's a great therapy for me to be online with you guys. So thank you guys for making it worthwhile. And yeah, it's been a very, very hectic couple of years. I think. The last year specifically, from last October, so from October 20, let me think a little bit, since last May, so from May 2024 to up to this date, it's been just really a very, very difficult time for me. Things have changed drastically, and I've learned a lot, so I'm very grateful. And for all the people in my life, I, you know, hope that they are all healthy and safe. And I hope that I grow stronger and wiser. Yeah. All right. So here is top of descent. So we need to enter the destination information. So let me do that. We're gonna come here. And let's see here. Let me go back a little bit. Come on. There we go. Okay. Let's bring up Navigraph charts. And we're going to go to flight. We're going to select Vantaa here and go to the weather. And now we can go to Perf. And from Perf, we're going to go to the next phase. And there we go. Okay. So the QNH is 992, so 0992, and we're going to enter that here. We're going to put the temperature, which is 6 degrees Celsius. Ooh, pretty cold, isn't it? Mag wind is 310.12, so we're going to expect, well, with Microsoft Flight Sim, you know, it doesn't really matter because it's always like, you know, there is no effect on, you know, crosswind or anything like that. So it's just, I hope they fix this in some update 4. Let's see. So if I go to our arrival, the RNAV arrival, approach, RNAV, where is RNAV? 33, runway 33, there we go. That's our, that's the RNAV approach. So here we can fly to Abono, from Abono to runway 33. We're not going to be using the landing system today. We don't need it, so it will duplicate basically, so we don't need it. It's an RNAV approach. So let's see how things work out in the end. And we have now everything set up here, so we're good. Everything here is good, perfect. And now we will begin the descent shortly. Again, very short flight. The main purpose of the stream today is to showcase to you MK Studios' rendition of Vantaa in Helsinki, Finland. Beautiful rendition, really, of the airport. They've really done a good job, again, with full implementation and rendering of the interior of the airport, which is something, again, I appreciate looking at, but it doesn't really influence my decision to buy the scenery. But this one's really done. I think MK Studios has always developed very high fidelity scenery for Microsoft Flight Sim. I don't recall having any scenery from them that was not good. Some were better than others, but I don't think that I've seen anything I would say that is bad per se. So they are a really good developer. I like their work. I think I would love to see their work for X-Plane. The last thing I've seen for them was for X-Plane 11, so I don't think they're developing for X-Plane anymore. Did MK stop developing for X-Plane? Incidentally, this was what I was just saying. I think they abandoned X-Plane. Yeah. And welcome to the stream, Anthony. And we have with us today, ladies and gents, Tom. Hello, Tom. Hi, do you use head tracking for your flights? No, I do not. Q8, I'm happy you're doing these streams. I think you have one of the best flight sim channels. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate that. All right, we're coming up to top descent, and it's going to be a really nice approach, I hope, and think it's going to be nice. It's just that the approach into Helsinki is very nice normally. And we have a nice time of the day as well. The color of the skies and the clouds or things are looking really nice. And so the top of descent is in 3 nautical miles, as we can see here. And like always, I forgot our clock today. Yeah. And by the way, just all right, let me begin the descent, and then I will tell you what I wanted to say. All right, I think we can begin the descent now. So let's go ahead and do. No, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. We need to. All right, let me descent. There we go. All right, nav descent. Thrust idle. We need to check the platform altitude, which is 2,100. So let's set that up. 2,100. That's 2,000. And that's 100. There we go. And now we can. There we go. All right. So we've begun the descent now. All's looking good. Now I wanted to just kind of on Elevatics. Not that. There. So on Elevatics, I have now. So yeah, we departed gate 20. Okay. So on Elevatics, you'll see that I don't get this Get Premium anymore. So I've subscribed to these guys, although I don't think that they have given folks enough reason to subscribe to their, to their premium version, other than the fact that you really want to support them. But guys, what this tracker offers free of charge is really amazing. It already works really, really well. You get a lot of things absolutely for free. So if you can and want to, help those guys out. I purchased an annual subscription with them to help them out. I think they deserve it. They do a lot for the community, and I think they deserve to be supported. So if you have that extra money laying around and you like to, support, your fellow flight simmers in the community who are, devoting their own time and effort for your flying pleasure, then consider helping them out with a subscription to the premium version. It gives you access to per second. So now the update is a per second update. So every second it updates our position. Allows you to take 4K screenshots as well. Those are probably the main two things. I wish they would add schedules to this application. I think it would, and make it a premium feature, just like Volanta. But I think again they want to probably distinguish themselves from Volanta by offering everything for free, and just a few features for the premium version. Right, I'm going to go ahead and extend the speed brake here a little bit. Seems like we are a bit too fast, so let me extend the speed brake. And this is a really nice looking area here as we approach our destination. As you can see, if I move this back to 80, those are our rings. You can see them here. I use Helsinki for X-Plane 12 as Volanta causes my X-Plane to crash. I got the premium subscription to Volanta quite cheap. I do have it as well. I do have the full version. I support them all, by the way. That's part of the streaming software, as I recall. Yeah, they do have the same thing. They have the overlay, just like I have here from Helsinki. And I like the fact that you can customize the colors from within the interface of Volanta. Great app, by the way, by Orbex. Yeah, that's very true. I think I spent too much on flight sim. Mr. Valero, I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on flight sim, including, flight sim gear, including scenery, aircraft. I know for a fact that there were a lot of aircraft that I bought for X-Plane, and they were not good. So, I sometimes, it's just so bad that, there is no need for me even to do a review, because I think people would just, when they look even at the screenshots, they'll know that this is a really, really bad add-on. So, I spend a lot. Yeah, definitely on hardware is the most expensive part, by the way, of this hobby. Especially in recent years. I think in the last 3 to 4 years, we're starting to see very high quality hardware, but at the same time, the prices are astronomical for flight sim gear, especially the good stuff. Yeah, it can be a very expensive hobby, that's for sure. All right, we're looking good and going through some clouds, which is something I like to see. There we go. Very, very nice indeed. Lovely. Let's take a look at the outside real quick. There we go. Lovely. All right. So 19,000. What is the transition altitude? That's not what I wanted. I wanted Navigraph charts. And if we click here, let's see, it's more than likely going to say by ATC, but let's take a look. Alright, so yeah, transition level by ATC, we'll assume 5,000. And yeah, we're looking good here. How much fun we get out of flight sim investments. Of course, absolutely. Still cheaper than RC, and the planes don't destroy themselves if you crash them. Yeah, that's funny, but very true. Yeah, I agree. My cousin is very, very interested and extremely professional in flying RC planes. He's got this, I think he joined a club and what have you, and they've taken permission, I think, from the Kuwait Scientific Center, not scientific, Kuwait Institute for Scientific Research to build like sort of a small airport for the RC planes, and they have like a control tower, and it actually is pretty cool to go and watch, because they have like the the headsets, and there is a controller, and they operate as if they were in a real airport, and you'll just go and see those really beautiful planes flying, and a lot of them crashed too as well. Now, he was very, very proficient. He became one of the very well-known figures in Kuwait, for flying RC planes. He's quite proficient in flying helicopters as well, which are extremely difficult. The funny thing is, helicopters are difficult to fly in real life, and they're even more difficult, with those remote control helicopters. Some of them are huge in size. I was really amazed. They have a replica of the Airbus I can't figure the number. It's the Airbus that is used for medical emergencies. And my God, that helicopter was so huge. But they flew it, proficiently. It's really fun, guys, to watch those RC planes and helicopters. Yes, thank you very much, V-Skycheck. The H-125 medical. Elevatics is displaying the flight path for all the previous flights that I made. How do I remove that so I can see the flight path for the active flight? So I think this is something you can see. Now I have only mine. So I'm not sure really if this is something from the preferences. So yeah, so I removed everything here. So no nat tracks, no Simbri fruits, maybe, yeah, so maybe that will, yeah, so that's the Simbri fruit. That's the Elevatics pilot, so you can remove those. Map, this is what I have. Flown route. Show your flown route after you complete the flight, and I have nothing else there. Scenery and VATSIM. So this is how I've set it up here. I'm not really sure. There's predictions as well. Yeah, I really am not sure why you would get all your other routes there. Looks like it's raining, guys. Yeah. Right, I'm going to extend the speed brakes. Let's go ahead. That speed brake is armed, and I think we need some light into the cockpit. Not so much, but let's do the floodlights there, and right there, right here. It's getting dark as we approach Vantaa. And we can also bring the lights here on the overhead panel. There we go. Brilliant. Ooh, look at that. Looks pretty nice. All right. We are past the 20 nautical mile ring. And we are getting pretty close to our destination. This is really, really nice. Looks really nice. Very, very immersive indeed. And let's see here. All right, I'm going to switch this now to 20 nautical miles since we've passed the 20 nautical mile ring, and we are approaching 10,000 feet. Let me retract the speed brake, and we're going to arm it. There we go, arm speed brake and auto brake to medium as we make it. All right, 10,000 feet here. Landing lights are on. Runway turn off lights and nose light to taxi. Fasten seatbelt sign is on. And it looks like it's going to be a stormy approach. And here's a wing view for you guys. Again, a highly unrealistic rain effect there on the windows. Very nice, very immersive. Look at the lights there. Night lighting in Microsoft Flight Sim can look good and can look really bad. It depends on the altitude and the overall clouds in the scene. Sometimes it looks very, very nice, and sometimes it looks really bad. So overall, I think it is a little bit too much. So I think the brightness is a little too much for, you know, for a realistic exposure. But yeah, sometimes it looks really good. All right, we've been flying for about, since taxi, 47 minutes. So probably we've been flying for about 40. And we're almost there now, 8,000 feet for 2,100 feet. And again, we're performing an RNAV approach today for this flight. We're almost there. That's the airport right there. You can see that's the runway as we descend to our platform altitude. It's icy in EFHK, be careful. All right, we'll do that. Maybe, by the way, maybe if you go to the settings here, preferences, display, there's nothing there, tracking, start to stop, hide VATSIM, aircraft, hide network traffic, map. So yeah, this is everything I have here. So I really am not sure. You know, why would you get yeah, that's us right there. Let me say focus. That takes us to the aircraft. That's us right there. Wow, it's getting pretty bad now. All right, so this is the 10 nautical mile ring, and this is the 20. We need a little bit more time to get to our platform altitude. So let's see what happens after we pass the last waypoint here. We will evaluate, and then maybe we'll just give it a little bit more time. Wow, it's getting pretty bad, isn't it? Alright, so we are definitely a little bit high. So we're going to continue. Right, so thrust to idle. We're going to set the standard. There we go. And let's go ahead and 992 is set. And now we're going to decelerate. So we are at 220 knots. And we can begin the turn here if you look here. So this is our 20 nautical mile ring. This is the, we need to be above 3,220 knots, so that's good. We are above 3,000. Things are not looking very good right now for this approach. I think it would be interesting to record this approach, but we'll have to make sure that we, in order to get all the data for elevatics, we'll wait for engine shutdown, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. We can do an in-flight. Okay, so we are looking okay here. I'm going to go approach. Okay, and now we are going to come down here, and we are going to say direct to Abono. So that's the one here, Abono. And we're going to say insert. And now the aircraft will begin the turn. There we go. Very good. Looks like some really bad weather ahead. All right, and speed check, flaps 1. All right. Well, we can't really enjoy the beautiful scenery, so if once we land, if we can't really see the details, then I'll change the weather so that we can you know, appreciate the wonderful work by by MK Studios, but we're looking good here as we make the turn to final approach into Vantaa here in Finland. It looks pretty bad. Weather is horrendous, though we're not getting any turbulence whatsoever there. All right, let's go to 10 nautical miles now. Okay, we'll continue now on flaps 190 knots, 185 knots. We'll continue until we're established. Okay, looking good. The weather is not good, but we are looking good. It's normal. Yeah, to me, this weather is really bad. Alrighty. Well, it should at least give us some challenge as we approach Vantaa here. I think, yeah, we can see the lights now as we descend. And we are now at exactly 10 nautical miles from runway 33. So with that, I'm going to set flaps 2. There we go, flaps 2 set. Excellent.
2,500.
All right, and we are going to select gear down. Wow, look at this, guys. Immersion at its best. Look at this, the scattering. Very, very nice indeed. Wow. This looks really, really good. Right, speed check, flaps 3. This is a really spectacular approach into Helsinki, Finland. And speed check, flaps full. Right, and at this time we are going to launch our FS recorder. So FSR, and we're going to go to record and start recording our approach so that we can take a look at the replay later. Right, here we go. You can see the reflection of the landing lights there on the raindrops. That's very, very cool. Very nice indeed. All right, we're almost there now, folks. All right, we can see the glide slope needle, or little square there. Right, and the aircraft is now ascending. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. And we have the runway in sight, despite the bad weather. It's going to be interesting landing. We do have perfect visibility on the runway. We see the 2 whites and 2 reds as we approach Helsinki. Hello, Mike Coffee. Welcome aboard. Looks absolutely gorgeous here as we get, minus the, you know, the strange rain effect here. Right, we're looking good. I'm tempted to disconnect the autopilot now and hand fly the rest of the approach. We'll wait for 1,000 feet. A lot of things have subsided here a little bit. All right, we're just going to make sure the auto brake is set to medium and the speed brake is armed. Flaps are full, landing gear is down, and we have no blues. Cabin crew are seated for landing, and everything here is looking good. All right, 1,000 feet. Let's go ahead and disconnect the autopilot. Autopilot disengaged. My aircraft. Again, very, I don't think, again, the weather is in any way, shape, or form doing anything at this point in time. So it's weatherless, it looks like, at least from the velocity perspective. I don't think anything is happening there. Right, let me reset my view.
$500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 20. Retard. Retard. 5.
Ladies and gents, welcome to Helsinki. Reverse screen. Right, there we go. And we've made it. It's a pretty nice landing. So do you guys get the reading from Elevatics? Does it actually give you the reading? Look at the airport, guys. Ooh, very sexy. Very, very nice. Thanks, Rand. Appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and retract the flaps. I'm tempted to... I'm not sure if we could... All right, so let me just go to Volanta here real quick. And we could say pause. Okay, so we can actually pause this. Or we can say complete the flight. Let's say complete flight. And we'll say complete. And now we'll be able to... Taking flight is completed. And we'll be able to... you know, view the details of the flight in just a second here. So let's make the turn. And we'll stop the recording now in a second and take a look at the... All right, so now everything is done. If I go to the flights, this is the last one here that we've done. And the landing rate was -157 FPM, the ground speed 113, G-force 1.02, which is very good. And yeah, that was pretty cool. Now, if we waited, we departed gate 20. Had we actually waited until the gate, it would have also recorded the arrival rate. So that's very, very cool. There you have it. And you can also have the punctual performance. Very nice. Yeah. Okay, so modify... what did I want to show you guys? There's something... Yeah, show stats. So now you can see the fuel burn and what have you and all this good information. And again, you have the landing report here. So, okay, so before we go to the gate, let's go ahead and take a look at the replay. So we're going to stop the recording here, and we're going to play that. Yeah, it's not going to show anything correctly here. All right, let me just go right there and play that. We'll put the landing gear down. I really am not sure. It looks like it doesn't work with the replay, which is a bummer because that is going to mess up the entire thing now. Looks like the Fenix doesn't work with this FCR thing. Yeah, look, it's got the rat deployed. Oh, that's not very good, is it? What can we do? Ah, man. I hate that. Yeah, I really don't. You know, I... All right. So yeah, unfortunately, that didn't really work very well, did it? This FCR thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to GSX and we're going to have GSX load us somewhere on the airport. So gate, we're just going to select walk-in, no bus. Let's go.
Position is already assigned to another aircraft.
No, all right. Let's see. We have gates, suitable gates, medium, walk-in. Let's see the next page. There, we can select that one. We'll say just wrap me there. There we go. All right. Well, you know, we tried to do the. It's all messed up now. So, yeah, it's all messed up. So, unfortunately. Yeah, that FCR thing has ruined everything. All right, well, we've made it safely here. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the landing. Yeah, so nothing surprises me in 24, but it does. Yeah. Okay, so let me switch to the drone camera, and let me hit reset here real quick. And what I'd like to show you guys now is actually this rendition of Vantaa Airport, which is, as you can see, a superb rendition of the airport. We'll take a look at it during daylight as well, but just look at the fine details there. Again, let's go inside the airport. There, we can go right here, and you'll be able to see the actual shopping area at the airport, and very, very nice modeling of the terminal. The entire terminal has been modeled, as you can see here. Burger King, you've got espresso, you know, if you want to have coffee, and then the entire terminal is actually modeled. And I haven't been to this airport in real life, but what I see here is really nice. If somebody is, you know, from the vicinity, they can probably let us know how accurate this is. But yeah, it's really done very, very nicely. And the glass, the material, the reflections are done quite nice. The entire airport from the exterior as well looks absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, guys. It's like really, really nice. Very, very nice rendition of the airport. We'll switch to daylight, and I'll show you as well. You've got the parking area here. And if we go down, you can see the buildings there as well modeled. This is the fleet there. So you've got the offices. Obviously, those are just windows. So they've made it as if there is an office building there, but there isn't really anything. This is the Hilton. So that's the airport hotel there for you. And then you've got those buildings here as well. So overall, it really is a very, very nice rendition of the airport. Again, what I care about is the night lighting, the exterior modeling of the airport. I really don't care much for the interior, but this one does have the interior as well modeled. Let's go to this area here and take a look. Let me just go here. There we go. So there we go. We have this this area here. Wow, this looks really nice. Yeah. So you've got your arrival areas there downstairs, and I'm not sure if actually there is anything downstairs. Let's take a look. It doesn't look like there is anything downstairs, but the main terminal area where the passengers are is definitely modeled, and it looks quite nice. Yeah, I have to say that it's very impressive what they've done here. Again, I cannot vouch for the accuracy of the airport, but I can tell you that it looks really, really good. Let me show you also the airport during daylight. So let's change the time. We're going to come here, and we're going to go to custom. All right, so this is daylight. Again, it looks really, really good. And I think you can now get an appreciation of the texturing, the fidelity of the texturing on the rooftops here of the buildings. They look really nice. The parking positions, they look nice, and there is a variety. So if you look at the little oil spillage here. They look different from one parking to the other. I do like the ground marking as well. I think they've taken the time to create some variation there to make it look like the real thing. And, you know, you can see here, very, very nicely done airport by MK Studios. Here, let's take a quick look again at the rest of the buildings here. This large area that's been modeled of the airport, so they haven't left anything to chance. Some anomalies here, as you can see, which most developers will have that. But yeah, this is something I don't like to see. But yeah, it's a really well-developed airport. The buildings, structures, the reflections, they've really taken the time to, you know, build something that very closely matches, I hope, the real thing. Again, I can say that this looks really nice, but I can't say how accurate it is. I haven't really consulted any real-world imagery. But did you guys discuss the Fearless 747 flight version? No, perfect combination. We have not. The only thing I said was that I received the link from Fearless to download it with the key, but then the link was deleted, so I'm not able to access it as of right now. I know a Flight Deck to Sim has had a stream on it. So once I have it, I'll be sure to stream it for you guys. If not, if I don't get the link issue sorted out, then I'll just wait until it's released, purchase the aircraft like I normally do, and show it to you guys, and we'll talk about it then. But yeah, this is a really nice airport from MK Studios, and this pretty much brings us to the conclusion of this live stream, ladies and gents. I hope that you've enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed streaming it for you. It's been a lot of fun talking to you guys here, and I want to thank you all for being here, and I will see you guys either on Saturday or on Sunday, depending on whether I sort out the link for the Fearless cargo version. But until then, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.